Easterseals is a well put together army of rescuers. I had a bleed one night and thought I was losing Jacob, so we went to the hospital and I stayed there for another month, and then he was born at 27 weeks.
They predicted he probably wouldn't make it. They said he might live 3 hours, and then he was born. Then they said 3 days, then 3 weeks. He was on a ventilator for 5 months.
And then it was infection after infection and hospital stay after hospital stay.
Some of his predictions were he'd never eat, walk, talk, sit up. Easterseals just blew all those predictions out of the water.
Lefty's turn. Good job. Righty's turn. Good.
Getting to work with him and just seeing everything he's overcome, even from the beginning. You know, he had so many medical issues and just so many things that were not stacked in his favor. You know, when I began to see him, we were working on holding his head up, and we were kind of, one thing at a time. Are we going to get to that? What's the next step? And just seeing everything he's overcome along the way. I mean, it's hard to not be inspired by Jacob.
He's just a sweet boy. Loves to just make you laugh, and he's always excited to come to school. Loves his school, loves his teachers, loves his therapists. We hope that his story will make an impact on many other children.
I was happy to see him shine.
Yeah.
Proud of him.
So let's talk about Fashion Event. How do you feel about being featured at this year's Fashion Event?
It's exciting. It's about time. Well, when Hayden was born, we didn't know anything was wrong. Everything was great. Once she was born, we handed her around, grandparents slept on her, and then the doctors and nurses came and said we need to weigh her and take care of her, clean her up. So we were all chatting, and then all of a sudden they started whispering, and more, and then they took her away. And we started panicking, and the doctors came back, and they said that she had a congenital heart defect. So within 3 hours, John and Havith were at Children's, and then a week and a half later, they did open heart surgery on her. And after that, she coded, and they did CPR on her for 58 minutes. On a 12-day-old infant. Because of that trauma, there was some damage to her brain and her motor system. So now she basically has cerebral palsy. And after that, 5.5 weeks later, we were home and we had a baby. And we concentrated on getting her heart healthy that year. And then at her 1-year appointment, her doctor suggested that we might want to go visit Easterseals. And I said, well, why? Because we didn't want to admit that there's anything more wrong with my child. The next month we had started OT and PT, and by August we started with speech, and a whole new world was opening up for us.
We were told that she would never leave the hospital. We were told that she would never walk. We were told that she would never talk. And she's overcome all those. That's all because of Easterseals.
We're looking ahead to the future. So, almost with the next milestone, Easterseals took the time, our therapists, they become such a part of your family. They would go to each new school that she went to, whether it was Fulbright or Pinnacle View or Mount St. Mary's, they'd walk the campus. So let's figure out what's Hayden need to do here. Let's modify her directions, and college is next. What a lot of Haven's therapists have had the chance to do is they'll come and pick her up, and they'll go out to a restaurant and make her order, or take her into a store and make her walk through the aisles and reach for something off the shelf without falling. So it's a tag team effort to get her independent as she can.
The people are really nice and helpful. It's good. I got good experience with my part.
For the most part.
Thank you. For the most part, Mac.
That's real. That's real.
That's real as it gets.
It's not. No, it's like, oh, I'm coming to work. Correct.
Tonight, you see and hear and visualize stories of inspiration, people that inspire you, that work really hard to accomplish amazing things. We see amazing milestones like someone taking their first step. Like, I still remember the years from when Haven was on a walker to when she wasn't. And there's so many stories like that over the years. When you're supporting Easterseals, you're supporting that next step of independence, whatever that might be. What I would encourage you to do is to participate. When people come to therapy, they have to show up and do hard work. I'm asking you to do not a super hard thing. So let's scan the code. Let's write a check. Let's nudge our friend next to us. Let's pool together to buy something together. Let's think about how much our table's giving all together. Let's challenge each other. Let's push and be awesome and stretch a little bit, because that's what Easterseals asks people to do. We're asking them to stretch and grow and try something that they didn't think of that they could do. So what we're asking you to do, stretch a little bit, dig down deep, and give.